Hi, I'm Kayla here with your website roast of the day. Let's see if this site is built to convert or if we have some work to do. All right, here we are. And immediately I'm overwhelmed. There is so much going on here. There are so many calls to action everywhere. Everything on the page is a call to action. And I don't know what to do as a user of this website. I'm like, wow, okay. So first take, we're a baseball team. What are the goals of this website? I do not know. There seem to be many, and somebody wants me to click everywhere. Someone wants me to do a lot of clicking. And if I don't have a specific action in mind that I'm planning to do when I get to the site, I don't know what to do. And even if I do have an idea in mind, once I get to the site, I might get distracted or overwhelmed. Like if I'm going to buy tickets, I'm like, oh, what's this? And I might click on one of these many, many, many buttons. So my first reaction, too much. I'm overwhelmed. The branding here is not bad. I like the logo. It's very classy and classic looking, very baseball. Nothing wrong with the logo or the colors necessarily, but I would say there's just way too much text. Way too much text visually for my eyes here. And then I'm getting a lot of white space on the edges, as you can see. So we will want to make sure that we're using space in a smart way, using white space appropriately to break up some of this. And I would love to see like a more modern hero section up at the top across, rather than all of these many calls to action here. So I've heard that this is a well-known, well-loved local baseball team. They're like a summer college league, and people are big fans of this team. I don't necessarily get that vibe when I visit this website. I'm like, cool, they're baseball. There's rotating pictures through. That's fine. None of the pictures I can like see really well or zoom in on or anything like that. And there's a Black Friday sale. It is February as we speak, so that's not super relevant. Might need to be updated there. Let's see what's going on with some of these links here. So we've got listen live. I clicked here. This is an outdated link, doesn't really go anywhere useful. Buy tickets. We actually have a pretty nice ticketing page. It's a little outdated as far as text and graphics go, but it gets the job done. People can find tickets to the game that they're looking to attend. And watch live seems to go to their or someone's YouTube channel, maybe for streaming. A little bit unclear what that is there for. Might want to move that somewhere else and have it be described a little bit before we are just expecting people to randomly click on words. We don't need to tell people click here, click here, click here, because they're buttons. People know that we click on buttons. So please get rid of that. That is just a little bit redundant. The phone number here, I don't know what that's there for. Why would I want to call them? Do you want me to call you? And if I do, like who's going to answer and what's going to happen? So that phone number can probably be removed or moved to the bottom of the page for more business concerns if that's not a true call to action that you want your visitors to take. Stay connected. Cool, we have the social links here, but I also noticed them here. I see in most modern websites that social links are at the very bottom. Oh, look, see your phone number's down here. You don't even need it at the top. I would move those social links right down here and get rid of this box altogether. There's a lot going on here and it's very visually confusing. And I just want it to be more clear. Click to view schedule. I'm not sure why that is like so bold right here. We don't need that. If we want to see the schedule, we could just click right here on schedule. So this top bar here, the menu bar, is okay. There are some valuable things in this menu bar. Again, it is a lot. There's a lot of different options to click on, so maybe they could be consolidated or some pages could be hidden within other pages, that kind of thing. But I do not mind this menu. I would just get rid of everything that's above it. Keep the logo, keep the name, and then have the menu. All of this can live elsewhere, I would say, because you already have buy tickets here. I like countdown to the next game, and then I would just kind of have the buy tickets. I don't need any other calls to action on this homepage. I would just have buy tickets, and then at the bottom, you can have the stay connected links right at the very bottom. If you want people to sign up for your email, sure, you can have 3. I'll give you 3, but this is way too many. So going through the menu, I like what we have here. We have ticket packages, we have the game schedule, we have a little bit of information about the team, the news. No problems with any of this. My favorite page on this site so far is the history. So this is a little bit of storytelling about the team and their history and how they came to be. I like this. I think that the font here is outdated, and if we just switch the font and gave this a little bit of a template, it could look a lot better, but the story is there. You've got a story to tell. I would tell it. I would maybe even add some video in on this site somewhere telling the current story about the more modern teams, but I would keep this in here. I like this. The game schedule, again, it looks a little outdated as far as just the text and the visuals go, but it is functional. So their season starts in May, and we can use this to navigate to May and see exactly who they're playing and when. I don't think these are clickable. Oh, some of them are clickable and some of them are not. Okay, so this is cool. It tells you where they're going to be and some notes about the game. Great. I love this. Again, font could be different, but no glaring issues with the schedule. The community tab, it looks like community involvement is really important for this team. That is great. I want to know more. This visual, not great. It's just the pictures, they look nice, I think, but they're so small I can't really see them, honestly. I want to like zoom in or like click through, but I can't because they're just tiny little static images. I would work on that, making it a little bit of a carousel or a clickable thing. This font, bad, all capitals. Why are you yelling at me? Let's calm down and put this in something that's a little bit more easy to digest, a little bit more readable for your website visitors. They do have a shop page and it works, which I was excited about. So you can actually buy the Potters merch on the site. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, if you click listen live, it's an inactive page. So we'll want to just completely get rid of that link if it's something we no longer use. I clicked on news and Talking Potters because I was curious. And unfortunately, there are only 2 episodes. It looks like it may have been a podcast. Really cool. Would love to see you start that up again. But for now, if it's not something you're really using and there's only 2 episodes, I would maybe just get rid of that tab or hide it. Another thing I found, someone was really into calls to action when they created this website. Click here to purchase. Like, we just don't need to be told to click on things, right? Like you could just call it tickets here or something like that. And or just make it a clickable image. I noticed that the team roster link must be outdated or the URL is wrong. Something's going on here. So we need to just go through this whole website and check all of the links and make sure that they are clickable and that they work or that we completely remove them. I was a little bit scared for this one, but it actually turned out better than I expected. So we're going into a mobile view over here now, and you can see that they do have a mobile version of the website set up. It's not perfect. Again, we've got this phone number here for who knows why, not me, but they do have a side menu and you can get to all of the important things here. The mobile version of the site, luckily for them, is actually less overwhelming than the laptop version that I was looking at. So that's good because most people do these types of actions like purchasing tickets, looking at game schedules from their mobile device and not from their desktop computer. So this is actually not so bad. I would just update the fonts again. Please get rid of this. Don't tell me to click. I know that I'm supposed to click because that is how computers work. But yeah, I'm not super mad about this. Again, get rid of this graphic. We don't need it. Just have the social links down at the bottom. All right, so the verdict is in. This website it has some room to grow, right? Like we can work to make it better for sure. I would say what's working well for this website is the story and their fan base. And I want more of the fan story and fan involvement living on this site. I see some players here, but I want to see more fans. I want to see the players too. I want more visuals and less text, basically. More little video clips would be great. More images or galleries, a hero image, just make it really clean. And like, I know I'm saying more images, but overall less. Like, I only want to see one image at a time, and I only want to see one call to action at a time. I want to have to scroll down the page to get to the second call to action, right? I do not want to be here like click here, click here, click here, stay connected, call us, buy tickets, follow us, sign up for an email, become a partner, click to view the schedule. Like, it's just too much. But I love the team. I love the story. I like that they have a lot of goals, but I want them to narrow down their goals. I want them to think about, when a user gets to their site, what is the one action you want them to take? From there can be more follow-up actions, but what do you really want them to do? Do you want them to buy a ticket? Great. Let's make that the singular call to action the first time they see the page. I don't think you want them to call you. I could be wrong, but I would just take that phone number off of there. I think you want them to buy tickets to the game and show up and support your team, which is awesome. I totally support that. We can have newsletter signups in other places. We can have follow us links in other places. But if we want people to buy tickets, make that clear. Maybe I'm wrong and that's not the goal. If whatever the goal is, make it clear. This website just needs a few little changes and a lot of removing of things to give the viewers some space to take in what they're looking at and to be directed down a path that's very clearly taking them to conversion to either become a fan or show up at a game. I hope that my advice propels you forward into your next generations and generations of the Potters Baseball Club. Always here to help, always here to roast more websites if you need me. Do you want your website roasted next? DM me for a link to my website submission form and I will give you a good roast. And don't forget to follow me for more brutally honest takes on marketing.